Snowstorms are among the most widespread and disruptive weather events in cold regions of the world. They occur when large amounts of frozen precipitation fall over a short period, often accompanied by strong winds and low visibility. While snow is a familiar feature of winter, severe snowstorms can overwhelm transportation systems, strain infrastructure, and pose serious risks to human safety. Their impact depends not only on the amount of snowfall, but also on temperature, wind conditions, and the duration of the storm. In this video, we explain how snowstorms form and how they affect both natural and human systems. If you are interested in learning about Earth's processes, you may consider subscribing. A snowstorm is defined by sustained snowfall that reduces visibility and accumulates on the ground. Meteorological agencies typically classify a storm as significant when snowfall reaches levels that disrupt normal activity, though exact thresholds vary by region. In some areas, a few centimeters of snow can cause major disruption, while in others, much heavier snowfall is required to reach the same level of impact. Snowstorms form under specific atmospheric conditions. Cold air must be present throughout most of the lower atmosphere so that precipitation remains frozen from cloud to ground. Moisture is also essential. When warm, moist air rises and cools, water vapor condenses into ice crystals, forming snowflakes. These snowflakes grow as they collide and stick together while falling through the cloud. If surface temperatures remain below freezing, the snow reaches the ground intact and begins to accumulate. Large-scale snowstorms are often associated with low-pressure systems. As air converges toward a low-pressure center, it rises, cools, and produces precipitation. When this system interacts with cold air, widespread snowfall can occur. In mid-latitude regions, snowstorms frequently develop where cold polar air meets warmer, moisture-rich air from lower latitudes. The contrast between these air masses enhances uplift and increases precipitation intensity. Wind plays a major role in determining how dangerous a snowstorm becomes. Strong winds can lift falling and fallen snow into the air, reducing visibility to near zero. This condition, known as blowing snow, makes travel extremely hazardous. When snowfall combines with sustained high winds and very low visibility for several hours, the storm may be classified as a blizzard. Blizzards do not require extreme snowfall totals, but they do require wind speeds and visibility reductions that severely limit movement. Snowstorms affect transportation more than almost any other type of weather event. Snow-covered roads reduce tire traction, increase stopping distances, and make vehicle control difficult. Rail systems can be disrupted when tracks are blocked or signals fail. Air travel is particularly vulnerable, as snow accumulation on runways and aircraft services can delay or cancel flights. Even after snowfall ends, cleanup operations may take days, especially when snowbanks restrict visibility and road width. Urban infrastructure is also heavily affected by snowstorms. Heavy snow loads can accumulate on roofs, especially flat or poorly designed structures. If the weight exceeds structural limits, roofs may collapse. Snow can block ventilation systems, fire hydrants, and emergency exits, creating additional safety hazards. Municipal services must allocate significant resources to snow removal, often operating continuously during prolonged storms. Power systems can be impacted when snow accumulates on power lines and equipment. While snow alone is lighter than ice, wet, dense snow can add considerable weight. When combined with wind, this can cause lines to sag or break. Falling trees and branches weighed down by snow are another common cause of power outages during snowstorms. Loss of electricity during cold conditions increases the risk of hypothermia and other health emergencies. Snowstorms affect natural environments as well. Wildlife may struggle to find food when snow covers vegetation or limits mobility. Some animals conserve energy by reducing activity, while others migrate or rely on stored food. Deep snow can alter predator-prey relationships by changing movement patterns and access to shelter. In mountainous regions, heavy snowfall can increase the risk of avalanches, posing additional threats to ecosystems and human settlements. Human health risks during snowstorms extend beyond immediate exposure. Prolonged cold increases the risk of frostbite and hypothermia, particularly among individuals without adequate shelter or heating.
Physical exertion during snow removal can strain the cardiovascular system, leading to an increase in heart-related emergencies. Emergency response times may be delayed due to impassable roads and reduced visibility. Snowstorms occur in many parts of the world, but their frequency and intensity vary widely. In North America, they are common across Canada, the northern United States, and mountainous regions. Europe experiences snowstorms across Scandinavia, Eastern Europe, and parts of Western Europe during winter months. In Asia, northern China, Siberia, and parts of Japan regularly experience heavy snowfall. The Southern Hemisphere sees snowstorms primarily in mountainous areas, such as the Andes and parts of New Zealand. Several historical snowstorms illustrate the scale of disruption these events can cause. In February 2010, a series of powerful snowstorms affected the eastern United States. These storms produced heavy snowfall across major cities, disrupted transportation for days, and caused widespread power outages. Federal and local governments declared states of emergency in multiple regions as cleanup efforts continued well after the storms ended. Another notable event occurred in January 1977 when a severe blizzard struck parts of the northeastern United States and southern Canada. Strong winds and heavy snow created massive drifts, burying vehicles and buildings. Transportation systems were paralyzed, and recovery took weeks in some areas. The storm demonstrated how wind, rather than snowfall alone, can determine the severity of a snowstorm's impact. If you have found this explanation useful so far, leaving a like and subscribing helps support the continued production of educational videos on natural processes. In January 2015, a major winter storm affected parts of New England, producing record snowfall in some areas. Cities experienced significant disruption as snow accumulated faster than it could be removed. Public transportation systems shut down, and travel bans were implemented to reduce accidents and allow emergency services to operate more effectively. Snowstorms differ from other winter precipitation events in important ways. In ice storms, liquid rain freezes on contact, creating a solid glaze that adheres to surfaces and causes severe structural damage. In sleet storms, raindrops refreeze before reaching the ground, forming ice pellets that bounce on impact. Snowstorms involve frozen precipitation that accumulates loosely, allowing for removal but still posing significant challenges when totals are high or conditions persist. Forecasting snowstorms has improved significantly with advances in meteorology, but uncertainty remains. Meteorologists analyze atmospheric temperature profiles, moisture content, wind patterns, and pressure systems to predict snowfall amounts and storm tracks. Small changes in temperature or storm position can result in large differences in accumulation, particularly near the boundary between rain and snow. Climate patterns influence snowstorm behavior over long periods. Variations in ocean temperatures, atmospheric circulation, and large-scale climate systems affect where and how often snowstorms occur. While rising global temperatures are expected to reduce snowfall in some regions, other areas may experience heavier snow events due to increased atmospheric moisture. The interaction between warming trends and cold air outbreaks continues to be an active area of research. Preparation is a key factor in reducing the impact of snowstorms. Communities in snow-prone regions invest in snow removal equipment, weather monitoring, and emergency planning. Public advisories and travel restrictions help limit exposure during severe conditions. At the individual level, preparedness includes having adequate heating, emergency supplies, and awareness of weather forecasts. Snowstorms are a regular feature of winter in many parts of the world, but their effects can be severe when conditions align. Through a combination of heavy snowfall, strong winds, and prolonged cold, these storms can disrupt daily life, damage infrastructure, and threaten safety. Understanding how snowstorms form and how they affect both human and natural systems is essential for managing their risks and responding effectively when they occur. Thank you for watching. For continued coverage of Earth's weather systems and natural forces, you may subscribe and share this video with others interested in science and nature.